Welcome back to our second episode of Indecisive with me and Musab. Today, we have a guest.
My name is Yannick. Nice to meet you guys.
Oh, Yannick.
Not bad. Just a little bit tired.
Oh,
Yeah?
you're good today, man. You're dripping.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do. You guys don't look so bad yourselves.
I see
Not
you,
too
bad.
you know.
You look like Indian with your haircut.
My hair's a little different. For those of you, you know me, just let it go. I don't want to hear anything in the comments. I don't want anyone calling me. Just
What inspired? Can I ask what inspired this hairstyle?
to be honest, it's just like, as a black person, right?
Yeah.
We have so many hairstyles we can try before you eventually like I've done it all.
Yeah.
I go bored.
Yeah.
So since I've been a kid, it is a bold,
Yeah.
low buzz cut,
Yeah.
high top. I got sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's try something new. So I just straightened my hair down. Turns out I don't like it, but I hate it. I don't really like how it looks.
What did you use?
I just use relaxer.
The hair relaxer.
Hair relaxer, yeah.
Is that the one that you get from African shop?
Yeah. Oh,
Bruh,
my head.
I've used that before.
Then tell me, that's the one that stings.
Bro, no, this thing is mad.
Yeah?
Oh, bro.
How long did you leave it for?
Not long.
It says on the box that you should leave it for like about 15 minutes.
Hell no.
But that depending on how strong is your hair though.
No. It wasn't even 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah?
Like they said of putting it on, they said of massaging around my head.
Yeah.
Within minutes. Instead of burning, I'm like, whoa, what is this? What's going on? After that, like 2 more minutes to stayed on, then I washed it off and my hair just got straightened. Yeah, it was an experience.
The longer you leave the hair relaxer, the more like it closer like it comes for your hair to you. You can actually lose your hair from that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, for me, it was,
Because
no.
like hair damage. and
Nah,
shit.
for me,
Yeah.
it was long. Now, I only did it so I just wanted to, try something new, something different. Now that I finally tried this, I don't want it. Never can happen again. Now, my next step is probably, getting cornrows.
Cornrows?
Getting cornrows.
Actually,
Trying
I'll
that.
see you, cornrows.
Yeah.
Straight up.
The first few ones won't be that good, but just get some cornrows, maybe dreadlocks in the future. We'll see what happens. But for now, I think I'll take a break from buzz cuts, afros and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm sick of them.
How about waves?
Hmm?
Waves.
I'm sick of all of that. I've tried all of them.
Yeah.
You never tried waves?
I've tried waves.
No, you didn't.
Like, I've tried waves. I have.
When?
I've tried waves. Like, there's no pictures of it, but
Probably was like one day in the tea.
nah, I've tried waves.
I've never even seen you wear a durag. What do you mean you tried wave?
I've bought drinks before. Don't say shit like
Actually, I
that.
have.
I have.
used to go crunch.
Exactly, bro. You know.
Oh yeah.
you know.
That was like one time thing about it.
It's been a minute. Like I think a year or something. I didn't know. Must have known.
Yeah, I used to-
Look. I only know a few people that actually like had wave, but you're not one of them.
Yeah, I've never advertised it. To be honest. Like I rarely take pictures of anything.
No, but waves takes time for you to actually get waves.
Not really. Nah, not really, bro.
Especially with your hair,
Now, if you have a basket, it doesn't take that long.
unless you you go to
Like
do
if
holiday.
you know what to do, it's not hard. It will take you probably. If you have a haircut, like Musab's hairstyle, for example,
Yeah.
probably take me an hour, 2
I
hours,
think
if you want to do it.
The hardest part is just the brushing. You gotta stay consistent with the brushing.
Brush. It's a drag.
Yeah, I think if you like keep brushing whatever, you can
Yeah.
get it within a couple of days.
No,
Even-
you can get it.
Yeah.
It's not really just maintaining it. It becomes a whole chore.
Yeah, then maintaining it is the problem, I reckon.
Maintaining it becomes a whole chore.
How about you, Musab? Like
Yeah,
you
you
tried
try-
for waves, didn't you?
I tried.
You
It
tried.
kind of worked. I'd say it was a bit of a wave, but then
Yeah.
my hairline started receding, and that's when I said no. That's when I had to stop. Man.
You're supposed to after you do it, allow for a few months.
Yeah,
If you do it multiple
I
times,
did it once.
your hair follicles gets damaged.
And I went to the African shop and told one of the women that worked there, which hair relaxer? Because they have different types. They have strong ones, and then they have ones that are not so
I
strong.
got a wig on here.
Yeah,
I got a wig on.
my hair, she goes to me, oh, get the strong one, the strong one.
Wait, no way for your hair.
Yeah,
No
for my
wonder
hair.
you got
And my hair-
damaged.
Yeah, and me, like an idiot, because I didn't know much about the hair relaxer. I got the strong one.
Bruh.
But lucky I didn't live along for too long.
Yeah.
Like, I think the thicker your hair,
Yeah,
the thick hair type of people. Like,
yeah, like South
Thick
Sudanese.
hair. Rough.
Yeah,
kinda hair.
yeah, kind of hair. That's.
But your hair wasn't that rough.
Mine wasn't. That's why I was tripping. Like, did that woman really know about the product she was selling, or she was
I don't know,
tripping?
man. Probably she's looking in a view as of other girls' hairs.
Honestly,
That's how I see it.
some people don't care as long as they sell it.
100%.
Yeah.
Like,
I've been told.
honestly, nowadays
They gotta
people
make-
don't really care about. People are not honest or genuine, I'd say. Especially like when it comes to selling their products. I get it, you're trying to make money, but at the same time, like if something's not good, just be straight up about it. Be like, hey, like, you know, this is not the best. Maybe you should try this. That I respect you. But if you're just trying to tell me, like, you know, I'll buy the more expensive one because it's better, then, bro, be serious, you know?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Some people don't care. A lot, like nearly, I would say nearly most companies,
Yeah.
they don't care. As long as they make money, they don't care what they need to do to make the money.
Yeah.
Like a lot of Apple, Samsung, Sony, all of these companies, like the stuff they do to get certain products that they to make those phones, laptops.
Yeah.
You know, if you see how those stuff are mined back in Africa, it's a pain. I've seen some videos.
Yeah.
Is that the videos for like how they use those minerals to make batteries?
Minerals, yeah.
Yeah.
For batteries, lithium batteries, and other stuff.
Yeah.
Like I've seen videos where they're mining it, like kids in Congo are mining it. It's like little kids or a bunch of people like in like a hole just mining it.
It's also like in China, the Swiss shops.
Yeah, no, it is. It's everywhere like that. Then, you know, they make those stuff very cheap. They come overseas.
Yeah.
You know, Western society, they put a big price tag over it.
Yeah.
Then some broke people buy it, trying to show up on social media. Hey, I have money.
Like,
it's like embarrassing, you know?
Like, you know how I know, like, what's it called? Business don't actually care about what they support or what they do. Yeah. As long as they make, you know, money, they make money out of it, they don't care. Like, a few days ago, you know, my brother had few things were delivered from Amazon. Yeah. And he had the LGBT community logo on it, like, you know, the rainbow flag, whatever it is. So what they did, they're looking at it, and me and my brother were looking at it, like, why is it, like, has the LGBT community label, you know, on it? Yeah. And we're talking about it, and we're saying, like, honestly, he doesn't care about it. Like, Jay Bezos, is it Jay Bezos? Yeah. He doesn't give a fuck about LGBT community. He probably wasn't even his idea to put on. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you're trying to say. It's like a lot of companies, CEOs, they don't care if you're black, you're white, you're Jewish, you're Muslim, you're Christian. As long as you give them money, they're your friend. Yeah. Like the LGBT community, that agenda being pushed as heavily as it's being pushed in the last few years is you know, like example, that flag being in Amazon product. Yeah.
That has no place there.
It doesn't care. But here's the thing though, people are gonna see that, you know, they're gonna probably go on Twitter or Instagram, cheer him, oh, we're being represented.
That's what it is.
90% of the population don't care.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Jeff doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He's in his yacht.
Probably he was just sitting, someone told him, oh, like, hey, you know, it's better to actually do this. And they were like, all right, cool.
I thought he even said yes or no. Someone else decided.
That's true.
Is he making money? That's what that matters to him.
As long as he makes his money, that's it.
Yeah. It's crazy how people still fall for those, like, you know, those companies, you know? They still tend, like, buy stuff from, like, those Apple, Samsung, whatever companies. You know? Even though, consistently, they've shown that they don't care about their customers, you know? Yeah.
No, I agree what you're saying is,
I think it's like years of brainwashing.
No, what
like
makes
advertisements.
Yeah, what makes it crazy for me is there are people online, Twitter, that I don't know if they have nothing else better to do than trying to defend these companies with their life.
Yeah.
You know, I would admit at one point when I was a kid, I did the same thing. Yeah. I didn't know much. No, after, you know, growing up, you know, looking into why these companies, how they get certain products, you know, how they operate their businesses, they're all the same thing. They're the same thing.
That's true.
Apple, Samsung, they're the same. Yeah. They don't really care about what you think about them. Yeah. As long as they make money, they're happy.
Exactly. Look at the phones. Every year is the same thing.
Yeah. Just betting into like the latest phones that have been released, they're like identical stuff with minor updates, but the price keeps increasing.
Yeah, increasing, exactly
like,
right.
7 years ago, like an iPhone or something was about $700, $500. You probably get, you know, something decent. Now, you'd be lucky if you get something for $1,000.
Yeah, now it's an arm and a leg.
But don't they go for like almost 2,000 now?
No, yeah. 2,000. There's some goes for $3,000. Yeah. Some go for $4,000.
It's ridiculous.
Especially those, you know, sometimes have those foldable phones.
Yeah, how much the foldable goes for?
They're expensive.
Yeah. I think that's like the only one I might buy. Because like it's something new, you know?
Expensive. Honestly, the things, right, like the price they're charging for those foldables, it's just not worth it. Yeah. It's like, there's less stuff to do on like the foldables than a regular Samsung.
Nah, the thing is, you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing.
No, you can do less on a foldable because there's less technology. Because it's a new technology, there's less, you know, softwares to use with those apps.
No, actually, no. The foldables actually do have more advanced technology than some of them. Yeah, they do. No, I'm not drawing. Actually, they do.
Like what?
Honestly, I just haven't seen any.
From what I know is I find it not easy. Yeah, like they look fancy. Maybe they have certain features that's only to them.
Yeah.
Because there's other ways that you could operate them.
Yeah.
But most of the stuff they do, you can do it in a phone that's much cheaper. Like, who would pay $4,000 for a phone that can flip off and on? I don't know. I find that be ludicrous.
Yeah, same. I agree.
$4,000 on a phone.
Yeah.
That's almost like
Look,
that's
I
almost
got
like
like
that.
$4,000 is actually a lot, but actually I might get it one day.
It depends. It depends. Like
The thing is, if it's not if it's not necessary, I don't think you should.
Yeah. Now for me,
I think.
I would admit I was one of those people. Like every year, I was trying to get the latest.
trying to-
Until eventually I started. I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah. You
Nothing
get to
really
the
changes.
age where you realize, like,
Nothing
damn.
changes.
Like as a kid, you just want something new, you know?
Something new. You want
Especially-
to show off to a friend.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, look good. But when you actually think about it, especially when you grow up, like, bro, what's the point?
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
I've had the same phone for a couple of years right now, and nothing changed.
Yeah.
Nothing changed.
Yeah.
Nothing changes.
Nah, it's just the feeling, you know, when you see your
The
friend,
feeling
like,
was
you know, your friend has it, and like, I want one too, you know?
Nah, I don't even have that anymore.
You don't want to be left behind.
Nah,
Yeah, of course, now it's
Nah,
different.
that was different. Back then, it was like a race of
Yeah.
where the newest game first, or the newest phone first,
Yeah.
or the newest clothes first, newest shoes. But
No,
what
guess-
made it hard is being raised in families where you can't really afford that. It made that be
To
challenging.
be honest, that humbles you. Honestly. Like,
No, but choice. You have no choice. Like,
yeah, you got no choice. Like,
no. I remember like, when student like when PlayStation 4 first came out,
yeah.
I wanted one so badly.
Yeah.
But all of your friends, they you have a PS4?
Yeah.
Just be like, no, I'm not getting it yet. But deep down, like, oh, bro,
Yeah,
I want one so bad. I don't think I'm getting one anytime soon. Type of thing,
Yeah.
Or when a new phone comes out, you used to remember that phone you used to have where we used to play the headboard soccer.
Oh, that,
That one, yeah, you didn't
I
play.
had these like some shitty Samsung, like my first Samsung. Yeah, like this is a funny story. Yeah, me and one of my friends. Yeah, we had smartphones. When he didn't have phone, according to our knowledge, he didn't have a phone.
Nah,
yeah.
bro.
So we always use. I think I was the first one to have a smartphone. Yeah, out of us three, and we used to play like Temple Run on it,
Temple Run,
and all those
yeah.
games. Yeah, back
soccer.
then. Yeah, and then one day we were going back. We were walking towards the train station after school, and then all I see is just. Yannick puts his hand in his pocket, he crossed the road, and he started talking. And I'm tripping, why?
I
Like,
remember
this guy doesn't have a phone, And then, guess what? I bet this guy has some shitty Nokia. He's been hiding it the whole time.
No, I remember that. No, I had this. I remember I had this like button phone.
You remember that day?
I remember that vividly. I had this button phone. But I had it for a while, bro. Almost a year, I think. So everyone, they're having a smartphone. You got a phone? No. I have. Bro, it was in my pocket. All turned off. One day after school, it was my pocket vibrating. I think my mom was calling me. I couldn't ignore it. I'm like, guys, I think I'm going home. I forgot. He's like, I think it was a bank's down.
Yeah, but we're walking towards we're going towards the station.
So
Yeah.
my mom was calling me. I looked around. Did the people not look at me? I was like, turns out he's stopping all the time.
Nah, but I was suspicious for a few times because few times I saw him when the guy's talking and he always says that he doesn't have a phone. Like few times, like he be talking to his mom, but he always claims that he doesn't have a phone. But that day, I don't know, he was desperate or something, and I saw the phone. But I get it where it was coming from, so I just stayed quiet. I didn't say anything.
Now, thinking back on that situation is like, back then, you're just embarrassed. All your friends have these smartphones, they have these big interfaces, and you're like a Nokia. Who still has a button phone? I was embarrassed. I know it's always good to be grateful for what you have. But I was a kid and I was embarrassed. I think most of us have been in that position at one point where just like you're embarrassed to have something. But when you think about it, you should have been probably grateful that they even got you there.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Considering the means that most of us, came from.
Yeah.
So you guys are wondering, we went through the same school at one point.
Yeah.
So me and Feza were in the same year. Musa, what year?
Also,
Yeah, ahead of us.
Are you older than us?
Yeah.
Man, I remember my first year, going to high school. Like going to high school, I had this, idea watching a lot of American movies, like a High School Musical. I thought, high school will be this amazing experience. We're gonna have,
Yeah.
we're gonna be singing. I don't know. I was looking forward to high school so badly. I remember my first ever image. I was in S7. I opened the office door. Some big guy with a beard just looks at me. I'm like, oh my god, is this high school? My dreams were shattered.
Yeah.
There were no musicals.
Nah, but you were emotionless the first time I met you.
Huh?
I met you. The first time I met you were like, emotionless.
What do you mean?
I met this guy at the library, he was the second black guy in our year.
Yeah.
There was another guy, was it Sammy something? It was Sammy's cousin. Sam Jealous. Sam Jealous.
Some jealous cousin.
Yeah.
I remember he was like this buff.
Yeah.
I remember him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I saw this guy, first, me and Sam Jello were there and we were talking, blah, blah, all that stuff. We were good friends.
Yeah.
And then I saw this black guy and I'm like, all right, let me go say hello. I'm like, hello. Back then I was shocked. Like, our difference was like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, hello. He just looked at me like that, dead serious. Nothing else. And I just walked away. But the only reason we became friends because of Sam Jello,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. What made it for me annoying is
Yeah.
I hate like when I moved because I was meant to go to a different high school
Yeah.
entirely because I was living in Kellyville.
Yeah.
So I went through it's actually a funny story. I went through my primary school in Kellyville.
Yeah.
I finished year 6.
Yeah.
I was going to go to this nice mixed school near my house
Yeah.
with a lot of my friends
Yeah.
who were also going there. Then one day I just woke up, we're moving to Bankstown. What were we doing at Bankstown?
Yeah.
Oh, we're moving there now. Out of the blue.
Yeah.
I had to cut all those connections and how I went to this old boys' high school. I was just not in a good mood.
Yeah,
I
nah.
was
It
just
was
not
not it.
in a good
Straight
mood.
up, I've never asked you, why'd you go to Punch Your Boys?
Honestly, I don't even. To be honest, I went to the primary school there at Punchville, the Punchville Primary School.
Yeah.
And all my mates were going to Punchville Boys.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I'd rather go like to a high school that has all my mates rather than going with like being by myself. I don't want to be lonely, make friends again, and all that kind of shit. Because I'm not bothered for that. So I just went with all my mates. But then high school was not it. I was expecting to go and see females. You know what I'm saying? You enter a school and it's all boys everywhere.
How long did it take you before you regretted your decision?
Oh, I was regretting at that very moment. I wanted to move schools, but then there was no schools that I could move to. Like, there were schools around, but those schools, like, I heard all sorts of stories.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I might as well just stick around here. But, yeah.
One of the reasons I went to Punch Your Boys because you were there. My dad was like, I'm like, I don't want to go there. I wanted to go to a different school. My dad was like, nah, going only boys' school.
Yeah.
And since Mustapha's there, you go there. No choice.
That
I
was
was
funny, yeah. He had a similar... My situation is similar to his. Because I wanted to go to my brother's school. He went to a different high school. And he goes to me, nah, don't go there. This guy, I'm like, because he went to a mixed school. And he told me...
Isn't that Suggestive Banks?
Yeah, to suggest Banks. He told me not to go there. I said, why? And then I started later down the track, I realized why. I said, all right, that makes sense. So you want me to go to all boys school
No competition.
and turn out gay or some shit?
You didn't want no competition.
honestly,
Doesn't work exactly.
it's actually bad going all boys school because like it got to a point like us as a friend group, we don't even talk about girls.
Yeah.
Just all about boring stuff, games, like movies, and that's it. That was only until like year 11 or like year 12. That's when we started talking about girls.
It was awkward, bro. I remember every time we used to do carnivals, when we go to play sport with other schools, there was like every time there were girls, we were awkward.
Yeah.
Awkward. Those guys in the corner just staring in the corner, just like every time they look at us, we look away. It was hell awkward. I remember a few times we were playing Chief of the Day, they asked one of us to go talk to a girl.
Yeah.
Like you start shivering, you start shaking, like oh my god. It was bad. Like going to whole boys' high school is I will never put myself in a boys' high school.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's probably the reason why some of us didn't have that confidence too later.
Awkward, yeah.
Because like you're surrounded by boys 24/7, you know.
Yeah, that's the only girl is some old English teacher,
Yeah, you see, exactly.
60 years old, 70 years old. It's like that's not it.
Nah, but then in some cases it's different.
Oh no, in some cases where like
Where
yeah, but
some of our teachers,
no, eventually like I feel bad because like I feel bad for them. Now that I think about it, because you have all these boys put together, no interaction with boys. I mean with other girls, the opposite gender. They're these attractive females coming from maybe from university with the precious attention.
Oh, the student teachers,
I'm
they had a
gonna
worse,
teach these boys. Oh, the boys were just menace.
Yeah.
Like they were hungry in this. Like a meal walks inside them. They all want a piece. I remember some of our classmates, man, some of the stuff they did was wild. Some stories, bro. Like, I think
some stories he has to be set up camera.
yeah, some stories you can be off camera, but some of the boys were wild, like, beasts.
Yeah.
remember in PE when we first started, in PE, like, and then we got this book. And as you flipping, we find out like what's it called? May was private part, and like as soon as I think I found it, I found it. I told Yannick, and then from there it just passed on the whole class, and everyone just goes crazy. Yeah, it was in year 7 too.
We were in science class, right?
No, it was PE.
Was it PE?
Yeah.
They gave us these books about human bodies and stuff like that. We were flipping it, and there was a part where it was a female, and they were naming certain parts. All the boys got together.
And then the next page was the male.
Then I just spread around. Oh man, that was funny, man.
But that was like the first time we actually
That
like.
was
I think
the
we all saw
first
visually,
time
you know.
we all saw something. Everyone was shook. It was just like a bunch of giggling in the corner like a bunch of girls. Man, it was wild. It was wild. Yeah, we definitely came far. I remember before the first ever girl I ever spoke to. I was shivering.
Yeah.
Oh, I was shaking. I don't know the things. No, I think about it. I don't know why I was shaking. Now, the worst she can say is no.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing that can happen. No. But I thought like my life was on the line. Now I'm here shaking. Like, hey, what's your name? It was bad.
It's the voice in your head.
The first idea.
Yeah.
I remember it got to a stage where I just winged it.
Yeah.
Low-key, I was scared. I was terrified. My heart was beating, 10 miles per second.
Yeah.
But I just winged it. I just went and spoke.
Wait, are you talking about your first girlfriend?
No, first girlfriend is first time.
I was just trying to make sure. That one has a long
That's
history.
Different topic.
Yeah.
Different day. Right. That was that was a different. We're not talking about that now.
Okay.
Nah, just I think year 11, year 12 is just where things started changing a little bit.
Yeah.
After we started being a bit more social, it got a little easier. Even after high school, it was horrible.
I feel like I was fine, unless like I'm interested. That's where it becomes a problem.
You were fun.
Like I'm fine. I think I had confidence talking to girls.
Nah, you didn't.
Unless like I have like I'm like, oh shit, she's pretty, and I'm like, okay, that's when I
What do
become
you- what do
nervous.
you mean, bro?
But other than that, it is what it is.
Funny story, Mr. Funny story. I'm not sure if you know about it. I think year 11, year 12, one of them, one sure. Every time we finished at school, me and him used to catch a train to Bankstown.
Oh come on, not that story.
We hang out for a bit. We just hang out for a bit and stuff like that.
Oh fuck.
Every single time we go in that train, there used to be this girl from a different school. All right? Each time, because me and Fez used to work together, her and Fezzo would just make eye contact. Then she would smile. Instantly, she's interested in some level. Right? First time I told Fezzo about Fezzo, I think I'm into you. He allowed it. He's like, oh, maybe soon the case. She always had a book, and we always sit in front of her. Every once in a while, she put the book down, look at us, put it back up. All right?
Yeah.
The next day, something happened. Something happened. After first, I'm like, nah, I'm telling you, go talk to that girl. Go talk to that girl. Go talk to that. He never did.
What is that, class?
Actually, I never did. No, Musa, I'm telling you, she was interested. When a girl's interested in you, she'll give you that son. You can approach me if you want. Give her that smile. They give it to the smile. It was like weird. They were flirting with her saying any words. It was mad weird. I was just awkward, like, what's going on?
What about me?
Said nothing. Until eventually she vanished.
It went for like 4 months.
Shit.
Honestly, I don't know. I was just like, it was like at the end of high school because it was around year 12, and like I don't know, we were just focusing on HEC, and also like I just didn't feel like it was the right time, for me to get in a relationship. So I'm like, it's better for me.
Scared. I think the difference between males and females when it comes to approaching and dating is it's two different words. You know what I mean? Girls constantly get approached. Regardless, you can be the ugliest girl and the ugliest guy. Girl will pull more guys than the ugly guy. People put nothing. It's completely two different dating environments. I'll give you guys as a scenario. How many girls pop up in your DMs? How often?
Not really often.
Pretty dry.
Not often. But have you have you seen if you have a female friend, have you seen their DMs? Just constantly. Constantly.
You're right.
It's like those girls that you probably saw.
Yeah.
Guys most likely already popped up. Most guys already most likely popped
You know
up.
what it is? Girls have options. That's what it is.
Too many
Like,
options.
too many
They can choose.
options. Like girls can pick and choose.
They can pick and choose.
Whereas us guys, we don't really have that much of an option,
But you know what? When it comes to marriage, it's different story.
No.
I feel like when it comes to marriage, it's the other way around.
No, what I think is right. This is one of the things, right? You guys may disagree with me, but I think girls have a lot of options, all right? So when they reject certain guys, because girls are very picky with certain men they want to pick.
Yeah.
They want a guy to be a certain height. They want a guy to be a certain body shape, certain money, all right? They go after certain guys.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that rubs me the wrong way, at least, is when they get heartbroken, they start blaming all men are the same. No, it's not all men are the same. Maybe 10, 20 guys popped up to you. You chose
100%.
that man.
Yeah.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? I'm not saying what the guy did probably was right or wrong, but you had a pick of the leader and you chose that man.
You know what it
Don't sit here and be saying, all men are the same.
Yeah.
There's not good guys left.
Yeah.
No, you just didn't pick them.
Yeah, exactly. You know what it
That's
is?
like the 1%, just 1% of the guys.
Nah, girls, the accountability doesn't exist with some
Certain things.
with most women, especially when it comes to relationships.
Yeah.
I feel like majority of the time when girls get their heart broken, a guy cheats on a girl, it's always the guy's fault. It's never what did I do, what was what led to this,
Yeah.
It's always like they go straight to blaming guys.
Yeah.
It might have been their fault, but they'll never admit it. They will never come to that extent where they will be like, oh shit, maybe it is, maybe I did do a few things that led to him,
Yeah.
breaking up with me or whatever.
Yeah.
It's always like, you ask any girl, I'll put money on it. You ask her, like, what did your ex do?
Niggas and shit.
Immediately, you'll say he cheated. Mind
Yeah.
you, that she probably cheated too, or whatever, let's say, and she won't say it. She wasn't there too.
No, the state of a relationship, it's completely messed up.
Yeah.
Right now. Girls view relationship with guys in their eyes. They never see it in a viewpoint of a man. You know what I mean? Because to them, they constantly have a lot of options. People constantly talking to them. They can't understand. How can I want to talk to you?
Yeah.
How can you be alone? To them, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, you can be an attractive guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
you may pull.
Yeah.
Compared to an attractive female,
Yeah.
you're pulling nothing.
I
And
think
it stops
beauty over time just does, honestly.
No, it does.
It does.
No.
Personality, if you don't have a good personality, your beauty won't help you in the long run. Honestly.
No. Sorry. No, beauty is a value of a man and a woman are very two different things. A value of a woman, like most guys will approach a girl because she looks beautiful.
Yeah.
So most of the girl's value lies on how she looks. That's definitely true. But a lot of it is also her personality, how she is, right? A lot of a guy's value is obviously what he can bring to the table in terms of income, right? A girl's hit the value when they're young. When they're young, like early 20s, maybe mid 20s. That's where probably in the peak physically, physical wise, the most attractive.
Yeah.
As they get older and older and older, it's dropping down. You're getting old. You maybe you're not as good as you once were.
Yeah.
But as a girl gets older, her value goes down. As a man gets older, his value increases. Most girls nowadays is when they're young, attractive, beautiful, they're just living a wild life, completely wild. Been sleeping with celebrities, rappers, and stuff like that. And those guys aren't gonna marry you. A rapper ain't gonna marry you just because you're beautiful. That ain't gonna happen. When you're young, attractive, you live this lifestyle. That's just not ideal. By the time you hit 30, 35, you want to settle down, you start complaining, oh, there's no good guys left. When a guy, example, like a guy 18, 20, he's suffering, he's broke. Still, trying to, survive, grinding. By the time he reaches 30, 35, he's probably in his peak. His peak financial value is ever going to be. Why would he pick someone
It's already been
that's
used
already
around.
been used like, I know this word sounds harsh being used, but it's true.
Yeah.
The reality of it, yes, you're being used, and now you're crying river. Why would a guy who is 35 can pick any girl he wants? 18, 25, 23, 20. Why would he pick a 35-year-old that's been used, not as beautiful as once was, with like 20, 30, 100 bodies on her? Why would he do that? I'd be wild.
You touch on like music, how Megan and Cardi B, like they're very bad for society, honestly, especially for kids. Like the videos that they put out there, like forget the music, the words are very vulgar and like bad, but the video itself, it's even way does more harm than the actual song,
No, for me, it's more deeper than that. I'll give you guys an example. It's like Cardi B, Beyonce, and Megan, right? When you think of those at least girls.
Yeah.
Girls so those see these females as these female role models.
Yeah.
They preach about screw men,
Yeah.
don't depend on a man.
Yeah.
You live up your life. You're a beautiful girl. You are 10 out of 10. You are queen.
Yeah.
They're making songs. Empower.
Woman empowerment.
Woman empowerment.
Yeah.
And in reality, it's a delusion, right?
Yeah.
Cardi B has a husband.
Yeah.
She's telling all these girls, thought up your life. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, she will go back to her husband with her kids. She will enjoy her life. Megan Thee Stallion is telling a story about, body, yada, yada, all this, or that. She has her boyfriend or fiance.
Yeah.
The last time she was crying on Instagram, apparently he almost broke up with her.
Yeah.
She's telling guys, okay, you guys be single.
Yeah.
She has a boyfriend. Beyonce is telling you, the guys, I'm a single lady.
Yeah.
I'm a single lady. She's married
Yeah.
with kids, telling all of you guys, hey, be single and
Yeah.
enjoy your single. Well, they're married. They're selling them a dream.
Yeah.
Don't believe in it.
Like when she got cheated on, she still took Jay-Z back. When Cardi B, she used to be like, stripping all that stuff. As soon as she got a chance, a guy hit her with her, he straight away like, all right, so he took it and he got married.
You know,
Like-
that's what I'm saying. Is like they're telling these young girls, live up your city girl lifestyle. These girls are listening to them.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm a queen, but I'm a boss bitch and stuff like that. When in reality, they're degrading themselves. By the time they want to settle down, which guys is gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll make you my wife.
Yeah.
After
But the sad reality is that even little kids, like 10 years old, they'll be singing the song, trying to act like Cardi B or Megan,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
it's disturbing.
Yeah,
I
I'm
have a lot
surprised
of
people
issues
allow
with-
that,
What's the girl rapper, the black guy?
Which one?
The one that was made of that video tweaking with the devil.
Bro, like I don't even want to talk about that guy. What's his name?
No, apparently-
Lil Nas X, whatever his name is.
Apparently, he's not even gay. Apparently, he's not even gay. It's just literally he's been riding the bandwagon of gay to make money and become famous.
I don't blame him.
Apparently, gay men
I don't blame him. Like, I don't
Like
blame him.
this LGBT community is going like that, bro. If you're trying to get famous, I feel like that seems to be the way.
Honestly, in a different world, if I didn't feel God, I would have joined them too. It's a
No.
nice way of actually becoming rich
Yeah.
and like actually getting what you want.
No,
It's
this-
easy to manipulate world through LGBT community. Like, look what LGBT community achieved in a little time span. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, look at it. When we were in high school, if someone said anything about LGBT community, like they were
I didn't even know
wrong.
they existed.
Yeah.
The only thing I knew they were gay people.
The only gay
even
people.
then it wasn't that like
Yeah.
people were like shouting, "I'm a proud gay man." But
Yeah.
no one was saying that. You
Yeah.
okay? Keep it like.
What's even worse is social media now is promoting it. You got China Online, China, like all these, news outlets that are, forcing it upon our face. That's people will say, "Oh, no, we're not forcing it," and all that kind of shit. But at the end of the day, it's being forced. We can clearly see that.
No, the whole gay agenda is very, very weird. Like me personally, being a Christian and everything,
Yeah.
I disagree with the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly. I don't believe
Yeah.
in them. I disagree with it. The way I go with it is, if it doesn't affect me, you don't trade up with me, you do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
But where I draw the line is when kids are getting involved.
Exactly.
Remember
Yeah.
recently in Sydney, what's that thing called? The gay parade that they had in the city.
Ah, the
Mardi Gras?
Mardi Gras, yeah.
I saw that, right?
Yeah.
Like in the past when I saw that, I allowed it. I'm like, it is what it is. They do the thing. I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
No, this year I'm like, you know what? Let me see what it's all about.
Yeah.
I'm seeing all these, rainbow-colored people running around, being happy. Which to me makes me, why are you celebrating? I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
why the issue I had is I saw like little kids in a rainbow outfit. That I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Why are you guys involving kids? You guys want to be gay, you want to be proud to be gay, cool. You do that, but why are kids getting involved in the matter? That's the way I draw the line. It's crazy.
What shits me is
Yeah.
the fact they're involving kids, and on top of that, those ones that say they're lesbians, right? They say they're lesbians, and then they want to have kids. They want to go adopt kids. That I don't understand. So you hate males to the point that you go be a lesbian, but you have the audacity to go and adopt a kid. Like, I feel like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like logically, if we're speaking, that doesn't add up.
These guys think that gay people should adopt kids? Other people's kids?
Honestly, think
My honest opinion,
Yeah.
no.
100%.
My honest opinion, no. But I can see where they're coming from. If they want to be parents, what other choices do they have? I mean, they're gay.
Yeah.
If they want to be parents, me personally, no. I think it should be legal.
Yeah.
You're gay, sure, cool, you be gay, but don't have to be kids.
Yeah.
Because, raising kids in that environment, I think is just damaging to the young mind,
Yeah.
me personally.
Yeah.
But they're seeing it from their viewpoint, at least, is if they want to be parents and they're gay, what other choice do they really have?
Yeah, that's true. Like, this is two lesbian. I've read an article about it. They had two boys. I'm not sure if they own or they just adopted.
Yeah.
But, like, one is 10 years old. The other one, I think, was 6. So one day, the 10 years old came over and, he was a bit confused. All kids are confused at that age. They don't really know
they ask questions
about,
and stuff.
Yeah.
boy or girl like that.
Yeah.
And, I think he just felt like, he was, started wearing, like, girl stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they straight away assumed that, he actually feels like he's a girl.
Yeah.
So they started putting him through medication and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the younger one also followed. After a while, they realized that these boys were just, boys all along, and they were confused.
Yeah.
And like, she regretted so much. And at one point, she was actually forced that she has to keep, the doctor actually told them, you have to keep giving the medication or we got to take the kids away from them.
Yeah.
Because that's how the kids feel. But the thing is, that's not how the kid did it feel.
Yeah.
But after 2 years later, then they find out that, oh, okay, the boy's actually legit. He's not gay or anything like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, in that community, a lot of them commit suicide when they get old.
Yeah.
Because when you get old, you realize, oh man, maybe I didn't want to be a girl. Maybe I actually want to have. By the time it's too late, the chemical be pumped into your brain, into your body.
Yeah.
Maybe they chopped it off or no, but if it's still there, it's pretty much useless. It's just there. Imagine, a kid comes, oh, mommy, I want to be a boy. She's probably joking.
Yeah.
Even if she's not joking, she's a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a kid.
Yeah.
Mind is still developing. God knows what they teach him at school.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
Yeah.
who knows what they see on the internet? But now, if a boy comes, oh, mama, I think I'm a girl. Oh, really? Yes. Let's take you to a doctor. Let's do this. Let's do this. That should be a crime.
Yeah, that's true.
That's child abuse.
Like, they should if they stick to, like, until the kid turns 18, at least 18, that wouldn't be fair, But now, as soon as the kid claims, like, that he feels a type of way, straight away, that's it. They start to put him through medication. And as a parent, if you don't actually put him through that medication, they can actually take the kid away from you.
Yeah,
That's the thing. They force it and they actually say, oh, we don't force you.
Yeah.
And the worst thing about, like, this LGBT community is, and it's quite funny too, because, like, they think, like, they're not forcing it. Yeah, that's one thing. They claim that. But they trying to go to a different country, trying to force their own belief and their own ideas on other people when other people don't even want it.
Yeah.
For instance, they go to Africa and say, oh, like, they should allow gay rights and all that stuff. In Africa, if you say that, it's a joke to them. Because, like, bro, like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Mental illness.
And they're trying to enforce that in Africa. And, like, if they say, oh, if you don't do that, we might take some of our stuff back, or we're not going to support you.
Yeah.
And they're forcing it all throughout Africa countries,
Yeah.
One of my concerns with all this is, okay, you want to be gay, you want to be lesbian, you think you're a boy and you be a girl, the gender, you be cool. But where it starts to get ridiculous is when common sense and scientific fact is starting to get dismissed to appease them. Example, I was watching a video, I think this morning or yesterday, where this girl we're having interviewing this guy.
Yeah.
After that, the girl was like, "Oh, what's your opinion of people that can get pregnant?" After that, he was like, "People that can get pregnant. You mean females?" She was like, "If that's what you want to call them." After that, he was like, females."
Yeah.
She was like, no females. There are some people that identify as male that can get pregnant. So you mean females?
Yeah.
To her, it was just like, no, females can't get pregnant. Saying females can get pregnant apparently is an insult now.
Yeah.
When it's a fact. If you're male, you transition yourself into a female. You're still a male. You may look like a female. If they take it, if one day you die, 1,000 years in the future, so aliens they find your bones, they'll be that's a male. Where it gets ridiculous, where blatant facts are being dismissed to make them happy now. Yeah, you want to be gay, you want to be lesbian, you want to be transgender. That's your right, but fact are fact.
The thing is, how do you know that you're a girl since you're not a girl? That's the thing. How do you know how a girl feels since you're not actually a girl?
I don't know.
You have nothing that actually can.
I can't talk on that topic.
I actually, to be honest, because of this, actually one day I would like to actually invite a gay person or transgender person in this podcast just to see their point of view. You know what I mean? I heard so many other people's point of view, you know, on social media, but I actually want to actually hear it like in person. You know what I mean? And maybe I might actually understand, but like I doubt that. But I want to give it a go. You know, because like how though? Like how are you gonna say you feel something that you never felt? You know, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when they say, "Oh, this is who I am," that's cap.
Yeah.
Like, and they want people to accept them for what they want to be.
What they think they want to be.
Yeah, what they want to be.
That's what I think.
And my question is, how do you want me to accept you if you don't even accept for how do you want me to accept you if you don't even accept yourself for who you are? You know, like that's self-delusional. You're claiming to be something that you're not, and you want to accept that.
Yeah.
But I mean, speaking in their viewpoint, you know, if you really, let's just say, you really think you are a male, even though you're a female, you really believe that, you know, you strongly feel that, and you want to transition, you know, to the opposite gender.
Yeah.
You know, like example, what gives anyone else the rights to be like, no, you're not gonna do that? Like if you're a grown adult, you're a grown male, one day you wake up and you decide, I feel like I want to be a female.
Yeah.
And I want to transition myself into a female. What gives anyone the right to be like, no, you're not doing that? If that's why you strongly feels like.
I believe that, yes, people are free to do what they want in most cases. But I think there's also should be laws that should be followed. Because if there is no laws, then there won't be a society.
You know, I think
because there should be rules put in place to control, not control, but to actually benefit the society. Because if someone to say, yes, that's how I feel like it, and he's an adult, we should just let him be. Fair enough, but if he wants to transition and trying to preach their ideas, it's harmful for the society. Because at one point you might think it's just one person or two people or few people that actually that's how they feel like. But over time, it affects the society and it corrupts it. Because at one point, it was just gay people. We understand that's how they feel like. You know what I mean? At the same time, they shouldn't tell us what they do in their bed during, you know, in their private time. But fair enough, that's how they feel like. We accept them for who they were gay and lesbian. But because of that one thing, which should seem like it's painless, and it's but it was a what do they call it? A butterfly effect.
Yeah,
butterfly effect. Because of that, now look at us.
What the weirdos.
Because of that, we end up going to that's how apparently they feel like girls, and then to transitioning, and then to like so many things. I don't even know them. And now they're trying to introduce about like they're trying to introduce what
the pedophile one. Well, apparently you can be born as a pedophile as long as I don't act on my how I feel. It's fine, but you can be born. No, me personally, I believe whether you're a pedophile, you know, obviously I can't speak for these people and the man work. I'm just, you know, I'm looking at it based on how I see the world is. I think especially gay and transgender people that I think it's a societal effect on them. You know what I mean?
But it shouldn't be acknowledged. It should be try to help them.
No. Example, if you take a group of humans, you probably throw them somewhere in a deserted island, no technology, no outer influence. I don't think there'll be a lot of gay individuals in that group.
Yeah.
Personally, what I think.
I also believe that they will believe in God. Because by nature, humans believe in God.
No, by nature, humans gotta worship something. Whether it's a sun,
they will believe a high being.
Whether it's a cow,
they'll believe
whether it's the moon. They're gonna believe in some higher power. Whatever that is, it's gonna be something.
Yeah.
If the right here, usually the people worship cows, and moon, sun. You name it, humans worship it. Statues, whatever. Yeah. At one point, they'll believe in some kind of higher power. But I believe being gay is it's not a choice you make.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's a choice. Maybe you think maybe it could be a choice, but subconsciously you already thought about it. Oh, That's how I feel. So if you're being raised by two gay men as your parents,
Yeah.
you have a high chance of being gay yourself.
Yeah.
Just that environment,
Yeah.
you know, you're most likely going to be like, oh, maybe I'm also gay.
Yeah.
You know, and you carry your entire life believing you're gay. I don't think it's choice. I don't think you wake up be like, oh, I'm gay.
Do you think in like 10 years, do you think like Africa will allow gay people?
No.
You know?
No. I think the government may try,
Yeah.
but the population would not allow it.
I think the citizen will listen to it.
The citizen,
Yeah.
like Africa is a very religious continent.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're Muslim, Christian, or whatever, Africa is a continent, especially like, you know, the Middle East and West part of Africa, they're all very religious.
Yeah.
They're not going to allow that.
Yeah.
The government may have some kind of agenda to try. I think they tried in some country. I forgot what country they did, but they tried. It didn't end well.
I think it doesn't matter where in Africa. Even in some like deserted area,
It went well.
you go say you're gay.
I think the only part in Africa is South Africa.
I think, to be honest, I don't know. I kind of disagree with that.
With what?
Like, I think, like, while we say, oh, they won't allow in Africa, whatever, it will get to a stage where it will be too overwhelming for them. And just like what happened in the past, where they came, they raided our, you know, our country, or whatever you want to call it, they will do it again. But instead, they'll do it with this gay agenda thing. I already hear stories. People tell me that there's gay people already in Africa.
Oh no, they
No, they are.
Minority.
Those
It's
existed,
not a lot,
but
yeah.
they don't brag about it.
Yeah, we don't talk about it. But as the years go on, the way the social media is going, I reckon it will get to a point where Africa would somehow deal with all, you know, these countries that are pushing it, with the people that are in charge, you know, the people that are on top, you know.
Yep.
They'll get to Africa. I feel like
I disagree.
later down the game.
As long as there's no
Africa has got to a stage where they don't do things for themselves now. Like Africa before, you could say that Africa, like us, we would support each other. Now it's every man for themselves.
Yeah.
Now, actually, maybe that was a few years back, but I think like now Africa's trying to build up that kind of relationship
Only
again.
some countries in Africa
Yeah.
that are trying.
Me personally,
most are like separated.
my personal opinion,
Yeah.
this is my son harsh.
Yeah.
You guys may disagree with me. I think Africa and Middle East, they're never going to become developed. I think there were too many countries in the western part of it are going to be, they benefit way too much in the conflict that happens in Africa and the Middle East to allow it.
That
To allow
I agree
it to
with.
grow. I'll give you an example. Every time any country in Africa, think about it,
Yeah.
where they started to see some kind of growth, squashed.
Yeah.
You know, the Middle East, you know, you had all the terrorists. At one point, the Middle East was very wealthy.
Yeah.
The Western didn't like that very much.
Yeah.
Destroyed it. Me personally, I think as long as humans are, I don't believe Africa or Middle East is ever gonna, they're never gonna let it leave it alone enough to grow.
Yeah.
No way.
Nah,
I just don't think about it.
that I can agree with, to be honest.
But
But I think we should change our topic before we actually get cancelled, man.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Alright, let's see.
Topic.
Yeah.
You know, you know, this particular topic amongst black people is very divided.
Yeah.
You know, some people think I'm crazy,
Yeah.
all right? But do you guys believe,
Yeah.
as black people, you can be racist?
Black people, I could be racist.
Do you believe you can be racist? Do you believe, as a black person,
Yeah.
can you be racist to other races?
Honestly, I don't believe we can be racist to other people.
You believe?
Why not?
Oh, you don't believe we can be
I
racist?
don't believe.
No.
Why not, but-
Why not? I want to hear your.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like as black people, it's just not in us to be racist to other people.
What do you mean?
Like when I say it's not in us, it's not like we may say a white person, but we don't mean it as in like a negative way. You know what I'm trying to say? Like if, say, for example, if I'll give you an example, there's a big difference between, say, me saying, "Oh, look at that white guy," compared to a white person saying, "Look at that nigger." There's a massive difference.
Oh,
But a black guy.
Or that
black
black,
guy.
guy. Like
what's
that,
the difference?
what the difference is, black people, like when a black person says "look at that white guy," he's meaning as "look at that guy." Compared to when a white person says "look at that black guy," he's saying that "look at that," like in a way, "look at that poor nigga," or "look at that broke ass nigga." You know?
No. In some cases, I understand where you're coming from, yeah. But what happened when a black person says like, "Oh, that's just white people stuff"?
That I don't think that's racist.
Is that
So if one person says, "Oh, this is black people stuff,"
That's totally like I don't think that's like.
So
that,
I get where you're coming. Sometimes it depending on the tone, right?
it
The
depends
tone,
on
the
the
tone. Yeah.
and it depends on also the
Delivery.
no,
Yeah, the tone, but pretty much, yeah.
and it depends on the circumstances or the situation, I should say.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand that. But
Like, it's similar to what happened when we were at the beach.
Like yes, we're at the beach, we're at Cronulla Beach, and we're crossing the road. We're going to get food, and a white guy stops and he goes, "Hi, how are you?" And we responded, "Oh, we're good. How are you?" And then he goes, "Oh, just good." And then he goes to us, "Are they treating you well?" And in that instance, what he was trying to say is, are they treating you well? By what he meant basically is like, you're in a white country. Are they treating you like? Are they being racist to you?
was that the context of that?
That was
Yeah.
directed at that. He was trying to say to us like, are they treating you like? Are they like treating you guys black people right? You know that he was trying to say. And that to me, like, I wanted to stop the guy and be like, hold up, what did you say? But then at the same time, I said, you know what?
It is what it is.
I was gonna say no, but most of the answers like yeah.
To be honest,
I was just gonna drag it.
it's crazy how they, like some white people, I can't speak for all of the white people, but most of them, they don't think of us as their equal. They think they're more superior than us. You know, but when it comes to racism, like you said, like, do you believe black people can be racist? With that, I'd say nah. I don't believe black people.
Maybe in general not.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, there's always those minority, you know.
Yes, like you said, there's a minority that are racist. Like you can say, like,
How about you know when you're driving and like, you know, it's like, oh, that fucking Asian or like that, you know, Indian, you know, is that racist?
I don't know. Would you?
Oh
consider
no,
that
that's
racist?
most likely that's be like a road rage probably.
Like that.
No,
is racist.
it doesn't matter.
I
In my
can't-
opinion,
I can't lie. I can't. That is racist.
in my opinion,
Yeah.
I think every race has every human
Yeah.
has the potential to be racist. You guys may disagree with this. I personally believe black people are the most racist people on earth.
Disagree.
Let's hear your point.
In my opinion,
I haven't said I
in my
haven't agreed
point-
with either one of you.
in my point, I believe yes, as a black person you can be racist. As a
Yeah.
white person you can be racist.
Yeah.
Asian, same thing. I believe every race can be racist.
Yeah.
Right? But me personally, I believe black people are the most racist amongst everyone. Yeah, you may say what happened during slavery. Yeah, slavery happened, but I disagree with slavery. What happened? I'm not gonna say and be like, oh, I agree with it. But the way I see all that events, what happened in the past, especially human history, it was more of survival of the fittest.
Yep.
The way also is. Slavery is one of those things that happened in history. It was very, very bad. It just didn't happen to black people. That's the most, people like to remember as slavery equals black people. That's what Loki kind of makes me be angry. But slavery kind of happened to quite a lot of people throughout history, you know. But the way I see that situation, you guys may disagree. A lot of other black people out there, they might crucify me. But the way I say is, it was survival of the fittest. Like in animal kingdom, strongest animals are gonna win. Whether you find it, you think it's fair or not fair, that's how nature just rolls, right?
No, I get that, but why do you think black people are actually the most racist?
I will get into that. Me personally, right? In my environment, every single time I meet a black person, just the way they speak about other races is racist. I'm sorry.
Are you talking about yourself?
No, I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about just in general. Like as an example, a lot of African parents make it very, very clear. I don't want to marry any other race besides my own.
Oh, you got hold on. I think I think like that is racist, yeah. But every parents are like that. Every parents that abide by their culture, they say that.
No, I understand.
Yeah, like
let me go to black people.
Yeah.
In general.
Just the white people don't have culture. That's why they didn't say that. But Asians say that. No, listen, man, no lie. Because Asians say that.
Ironically, that was racist.
Wait, listen. Asians have culture, yeah? And they like to, keep it in their culture, right? All Asians like that. Indians the same thing, whatever, around the same country, or Middle Eastern the same thing.
Too.
Black people are like that. I know it is racist, and it does come off as racist. But I think when it comes to marriage, I think you should just leave that out, because I think all parents are like that.
No, I disagree.
All parents are like that. I don't think you should. Look, that point's not gonna help you. Give me a different point.
Telling you your stand, don't marry. I don't want you marrying any white girl. Not for any other reason, just because they're white.
No, but I'm just saying. But but white people are the only one that does say that, because the rest of the other peoples, they all say that. They always say that it's better to marry in the culture.
Proves my point. They're all racist.
No.
That's my whole point.
No, it is come as a racist.
No,
But,
no,
I know it is racist. It is racist, yeah. But if that's your only argument, it's weak.
It's not my argument.
Yeah.
When it comes to black people, a lot of black people, in my opinion, I think black people are racist, not just in a sense that you know, or they may say, oh, look at that white person or something like that. I think a lot of black people, they use slavery is an excuse to be racist against white people. You know, example, you're walking on the street. You know, I'm not saying racism doesn't exist, right? Just like you guys said before, it definitely depends on the tone. How you're saying it can definitely impact it. But I think a lot of black people just they use slavery as an excuse to blame white people, in the sense that, you know, it's not something that happened, you know, a couple 100 years ago. It's like they're holding grudges. Like most people, you know, most quote people that, you know, example, the N-word, right? That gets thrown. Me personally, I'm not sure about how you guys feel about it. Me personally, the N-word, when it's being used, it depends on how it's being used. Me personally, it doesn't really affect me much. I've used it in the past, and, you know, especially in school. I don't like somebody said that. I used it in the past, but me personally, it doesn't really affect, because the N-word right now, it kind of just, in my opinion, lost its meaning. A lot of it right now in the rap song, it's used more of a synonym for friend or buddy and stuff. For example, if a person comes to you, oh, what's up, my nigga, and she shakes your hand, right? If it's someone maybe you never met before, it may rub you some kind of way. But if it's someone like you example, you know, right? Are you gonna automatically think, oh, that guy's racist for saying the N-word?
You know, that's an interesting. You know, that's an interesting theory, and I think that these actually deserve a second episode.
Is it done?
Yeah, like I was just about to end it.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah, like
that was crazy. No, I think yeah, we should do another episode. This.
Yeah, this I've got.
Especially not just slavery, like the entire black community.
Yeah.
You know, the structure of black family and the way certain black people carry themselves. I think that deserves an entire episode.
Yeah,
because it does.
Because there's
I've got shit to say.
Me too.
This guy said the black people are the most racist. I've got a lot to say.
No.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
He's speaking like he's a white man.
Yeah.
See, no, that's
the difference.
No, that's the
he
issue.
He hasn't been around white people to know that they're more racist than me.
That's
white people, right?
Yeah.
They're racist, but they won't dare say it to us. That's the difference between us and them. We can be. We were racist. You're right, actually. I take what I said back before about.
Let me say something. Yeah? This is an interesting conversation, and I would like to actually see this on another episode with Yannick versus Musab to see if black people are actually racist or not.
No, just before you know, I'm saying every race is capable of being racist. But when black people say, "Oh, we can't be racist because of slavery happened," that's my issue with it. Yeah. You can't say you can be racist. Like example, Musab is like, "Oh, he doesn't believe black people can be racist." Yeah. That's one of my issues.
All right, look, I'll suggest that you both go do your research well, and this actually deserves a second episode. Until next time, thank you guys.
Peace.
Peace out.
That was late.